things I'd left here trying to escape had finally popped. "Miranda!" A very surprised male voice said from behind me. I cursed under my breath and bent to pull up my pants. If that was her man at the door, I wanted to at least put my dick away before it was time to throw hands. "Charlie!" the woman I'd just fucked said, a wide-eyed look of surprise on her face, a face that now seemed a bit more familiar. I turned to the door. My suspicions were confirmed when I met the furious gaze of Charlie Benjamin Cartwright, the newlywed husband of Miranda Dunleavy, daughter of Governor Dunleavy of the great state of South Carolina. I held my hands up in a defenseless posture. "Listen, man, I didn't know." "You didn't know?" Charlie interrupted. "Are you about to say you didn't know that this was my wife of 6 fucking days? You were the chef at our wedding reception." I frowned. Oh yeah, I did cater their wedding. The governor flew me in early for that exact purpose. That day was so chaotic that I never really got a good look at the bride, which is why I didn't recognize her. Slowly but surely, the drunken haze in my brain was penetrated by the realization that my reckless dick may have finally cost me my career. "Charlie," I said, painting on my most benign smile, or at least I hope it looked benign. "I'm really drunk, and so is Miranda here. I'm sure that if either of us had been sober, I never would have fucked your wife." Those were the wrong words to say. Charlie's face went 2 shades redder, if that was even possible. "Well, I hope it was good for you because your career is over, you piece of shit." I glance at the now sobbing Miranda. She is yanking down her skirts to cover the pussy that would possibly ruin my life. "It wasn't really career-ending pussy, to be honest," I slurred. "You son of a bitch!" Did I say that out loud? Charlie's fist met my face, and the rest of me met the cement floor of the dry goods room. "I can't fucking believe you," Paula said as she smashed a bag of ice into my swollen face. Either the governor's son-in-law had a mean right hook, or I was so drunk that I didn't even get a lick in because I was waking up in the production van outside of the mansion. "Of all the people in this entire ball, you decide to fuck Miranda fucking Dunleavy? Were there no other prospects, or are you just that fucking fatalistic?" To be honest, I didn't even see who else was in the room. I was too drunk for that. How bad is the black eye? "I think I can still land a decent lay before we go." "Put me back in the game, coach." "This isn't a fucking joke," Paula hissed. "Marty is trying to sweet-talk the governor, but he wants your head and he's making all sorts of threats." She tipped her chin in their direction, and I looked in that direction. Marty's body language told me that he was trying his damnedest to get the situation under control, but the governor was just glaring at me, silent and stone-faced, like he wouldn't be deterred. At that moment, I realized that my wayward dick hadn't just ruined my life, but it could possibly ruin the lives of 7 people who made my pretentious travel and food show happen. It was born from a letter I wrote to the editor of a popular food magazine. Written when I was half drunk, it was a dressing down of the elite in my industry and an accurate portrayal of my life as a line cook. It wasn't meant to be anything serious, just my opinions, without much deep consideration. That letter to the editor became a monthly thing, and then a weekly column, and not long after that, Paula talked me into pitching a show. We were dating at the time and traveling all over Europe and the Far East. I wrote about our adventures and sold those flowery missives to the other magazines and blogs. Gradually, I grew a reputation that supported her idea. I still believe she got that yes out of me in bed, but here we were. With 2 other crew members, we had traveled from Europe all the way to the tiniest island in Indonesia, not Bali. God damn, laptop entrepreneurs were destroying Bali, and I refused to add my trash-ass narrative to that. But we traveled all over the eastern continents, eating our way through every village and sprawling metropolis we could in the last 4 years. Somewhere along the way, someone suggested that it was time to head home, to do the same thing in the U.S., Canada, Central, and South America. I thought it was a good idea. Then they suggested Charleston, my hometown, as the start of the tour. If I had any good sense about me, I would have said no, but